Hi there, La Jolla UMC family. I've been thinking a lot about communication. You know, I often think about communication, and sort of at my core, I'm a communicator. I'm a preacher. That's part of what I do, is I communicate the gospel of Jesus Christ. But I've been thinking a lot about communication and how we can rethink communication. Of course, we've got a new website in part so we can share our worship experience in ways that are easy for people to access, and that's a method of communication. We've had to rethink worship as a whole and how we communicate worship with one another, how we connect with one another even when we're not able to be in the same space. We've been rethinking communication. We've been rethinking communication maybe as we've learned new ways to communicate, and maybe that's through text messaging, and maybe that's through things like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat. We've been rethinking communication. Pastor Lee and I have been trying to engage in communication as we get a list of LJUMC members each week from our office staff, and we try to reach out by telephone and communicate with folks and check in, because we're not able to do that on Sunday mornings right now. We've been rethinking communication as we think about the emails that we send each week. And are these long emails the best way to get out all the information? Would people prefer to receive text messages? Would people choose to receive maybe categories of emails and not so long an email? We've been trying to think and rethink communication. I went to a webinar earlier this month. And it's a webinar, so communication. And that webinar was on both ends, about when we return to in-person worship, how do we continue to include folks who feel safest online or need to remain online because they live at a distance? How are we rethinking communication? I hope you've been thinking about communication so that you can invite friends and neighbors and family to join in our Holy Week and Easter events. How are you rethinking communication? And we all need to be thinking about communication in terms of how we communicate with the world, our friends, our family, our neighbors, and the world, how the love of Christ and the resurrection of Christ changes us and makes us better people. How are we rethinking that communication? Friends, I hope you'll join me in rethinking communication so that we can show the light that shines within us, show it to the world, to show that we're changed, to show that we're transformed by love. I invite you to join me, my friends. Grace and peace to you.